burning faster than a Dutch. Need to get a hair trigger easy on the clutch.
Let's make it make sense. Let's just make it make sense. What's the difference between dead and unalive? What's the difference? Like, I just feel like we're making up stuff right now just to make it sound a little bit better. How does unalive sound better than dead? Can you imagine being at a funeral and you hear the pastor say, well, Timothy lived a good life, but right now he's just unalive. What does that mean? Just say dead. Just say deceased. That sounds better. Unalive. We're just making up stuff now. Making up terms. I guess the term ain't that I'm broke. I'm just under money. I'm under money. That's what I am. That's what I am. That's what I am. I ain't broke. I'm just under money. That's it. There's a difference. Trust me, it's a difference between being broke and under moneyed. It's a difference. It ain't. It's a difference between being dead and being unalived. I'm watching the news and they said, oh, so-and-so just been unalived on 36th Street. What the fuck? Unalived? How you unalive somebody? Huh? I'm guessing fat people ain't fat. They just unskinny. They just unskinny. That's it. Short people ain't short. They just untall. That's it. Stupid people ain't really stupid. They just unsmart. That's it. They just unsmart. That's it. That's it. People ain't really without a house. People ain't really homeless, right? They just unhomed. That's it. They just unhomed. That's it. That's all they are. People ain't really not got a job. They just unjobbed. That's all they are. Unjobbed. This is the real AR. Make it make sense.
So good, keep full vibe. Ain't got time, count money every day. You know it's no promotion. Ain't got time. If you ain't talking money, give a fuck what you say. 414. Whoa.
How you doing? I am Armando.
I'm Daryl.
So right now we're just gonna give you a Warriors recap, talk about Steph injury, Buddy Hill, go over the Cavs and Indy game last night. We also going to talk about our predictions for the Celtics and the Knicks, our Denver and Thunder predictions, and just some prize added material for you guys.
All right, so let's get into. Curry was cooking. He was cooking.
He was cooking.
It was about to be one of those nights.
You can tell, like, he had 13 quick points.
So we just got this in. Steph Curry suffered yesterday's game with a mild left hamstring strain. His status for the game 2 is doubtful. And if you can see right now in these highlights, he had it cooking early. He was 5 from 9 from the field, had 13 points. You could tell yesterday would have been one of those games where he definitely had a mission, was on the heater. Right now, his status is day-to-day. Again, for game 2, it is doubtful. They said that with the hamstring, it can be one of those tricky things. So hopefully they have him because they would definitely need him out there to finish the series.
13. And then once he started hitting fallback shots and threes in people's face and he started hunting for shots, you already know. You already know. Like, so you can tell Steph was on the heater. Like, he had to shut the critics up because a lot of people saying, oh, he's 37 years old. He's slowing down. He's that. He's this. He need another championship ring just to be in the GOAT conversation. He isn't a legend yet. He isn't a Hall of Famer. Like, what more does this man have to do?
Right. They just keep pushing the goalposts further and further when it comes to somebody like him.
Yeah, like no matter what. So you could tell last night he was on a mission to shut everybody up. But then we got some unfortunate news in the second quarter. And man, watching the game, when I seeing him grab the back of his leg, I knew it wasn't itching. I knew that I'm like, not the hammy. But good thing that it's just a strain. So
Right.
typically strains last between a week or two. Can't afford to be out 2 weeks. Right now, if it's just a full week, we're looking at next week, Wednesday. So that's probably game 4, game 5. So good thing they did was win last night.
Right.
So because they won last night, you can afford to sit him down for game 2. Worst case scenario, you go back to the chase tie 1-1, and then you trying to hopefully that energy with the chase marina that hopefully you could steal another game until he come back game 4. But then it's when he do come back, what would that look like?
Yeah, because we're looking at a team that really hasn't played without that Butler-Curry combo since they really got together. Yeah. And when the sample size that we did get of them playing without one another, Curry seemed fine, but Butler, on the other hand, he didn't do so well. The Warriors didn't do well.
Yeah, so good thing about it is the team that Steve Kerr coaches that wins the first game of the series, postseason series after that, like so for the rest of the series, though he go on to win those series most of the time. He's 21-1, 21-1. So he 21 series he coached in that they won game 1. He has won. He only lost 1.
Right.
That's it. So you got good history on your side with that. If you look at the stats from last night, so we just pull some of these stats up. So Timberwolves, I mean, if you look at it, besides the 3-point shooting, Timberwolves didn't play that bad. So Golden State shot 39% from the field. Timberwolves 40% from the field. Where you thought that the Warriors been a smaller team, you'd have thought that they wouldn't be able to rebound the ball. But the Warriors, 51 rebounds. Timberwolves, 41 rebounds. Warriors, 18 turnovers. Timberwolves, 16 turnovers. But the difference was 18 for 42 from the 3-point line, the Warriors. Timberwolves, 5 out of 29. Just won't get it done.
It won't.
Anthony Edwards hit his first 3 with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Good thing about it, he wasn't just chucking up threes. He was just 1 from 5 from the 3-point land. So, which wasn't bad. But Michael Jordan said it the best. When you start hunting 3-pointers, you stop being aggressive. So it means you stop wanting to get to the rim, and you start living on the perimeter.
Yeah, they took Edwards out of his element.
Yeah, they turned him into a jump shooter. And then they turned everybody else into having to finish around the rim, which isn't what they do. Timberwolves for the season shot the 4th best 3-point percentage in the league. But for these last 2 games, they've been the worst ever in the history of ever.
Yeah.
They've been the worst. So they've been 12 out of 76 shooting from 3-point. That's 17%.
Not going to get the job done.
Nope. And everybody put an extra hype on that Rudy Gobert game against the Lakers.
That was a one-off.
Yeah.
He's not going to do that again.
Against the Warriors, he might have spurts where it looked like, yeah, Rudy might, but nah, Golden State not having that.
Right, Draymond is going to choke him out if he even sniffs at a double-double. Like, Draymond's going to choke him out.
I didn't want to bring that up. That is true. That's the real definition. That's the real definition of that. So we want to also bring some light to the games, game ones.
Mm-hmm.
It's the first time in history that all the road teams have won.
That's
all the road
something.
teams have won.
Mm.
Yeah, so Buddy Hill, we need him to be Steph Curry.
Mm-hmm.
We don't even need you to be Steph right now. We need you to just be Clay. We need you to be Clay until Steph get back.
Yeah.
We just need you to be Clay. We need you to just be consistent. Because Buddy Hill will control this series until Steph get back.
Yeah, and I want to change like my answer from yesterday. I know I said that Kuminga is going to be like the difference maker. It's going to be Buddy Hill, like being a consistent third option. At least right now, a consistent second option until Curry like sorts himself out. But the last two games, closing out Houston and yesterday's game, he's been playing well.
Yes, and you don't need him to get 30 and 40.
Mm-hmm.
You just need him to play consistent defense.
Mm-hmm.
You need him to be active in the passing lanes. And you just need him to consistently hit shots on the perimeter.
Right.
That was just softening everything up.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy Butler, I still think is very important because you see how they closed out last night. Jimmy Butler was the point guard in some sense at the end,
Mm-hmm.
and he was just slowing the game down. It's this term that they use in basketball called tourniquet, right? Just like medical, a tourniquet. Like, we know about tourniquets, but let me just explain to some folks. No, you wrap it around your arm, right? You pull it tight, and it stops the bleeding,
Mm-hmm.
right? And that's what Jimmy Butler is. He's that tourniquet. Every team, if you want to win a championship and you're a great team, you need a player that's that tourniquet.
Mm-hmm.
So when the other team start to go on these flurries and start on these runs, you need that player to stop the bleeding.
Right.
And that's Jimmy Butler. He's that tourniquet. He stops the bleeding, slows the game down, get everybody organized on the offensive end and the defensive end. So Jimmy Butler is that tourniquet. So what do you think about that Indy game? What do you? So I guess the real question is: do you think Indy won that game, or do you think the Cavs blew that game?
I think the Cavs blew that game. Halliburton, amazing play at the end. Missing the free throw, getting his own rebound, and then shooting the three to like ice that. That doesn't happen regularly.
Yeah. And watching that game, I'm looking at my, how they got the ESPN predictor, the win probability. The win probability for the Cavs to win that game was like a paternity test. It was 99.99999%. And I'm just like, there's no way with 40-something seconds left, you up by 7,
Mm-hmm.
there's no way you lose that game.
Right. And, Donovan Mitchell had an amazing game. But it just wasn't enough.
Yeah, but it goes back to, I think, yesterday's podcast
Mm-hmm.
when we were asking who was the most important player in that series. I said Donovan Mitchell.
Mm-hmm.
And I said because people don't feel like he can win. They feel like he put up stats, he put up numbers, but they don't feel like he win. In that fourth quarter, if you go back and watch that fourth quarter, and when all that Indy run was going and all that bleeding was going,
Mm-hmm.
he wasn't that tourniquet. He did nothing to stop that bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
Even in the last 40-something seconds, like, he didn't even touch the ball. It looked like he didn't even want the ball.
Yeah. And they honestly had enough time left. I think they had like 1.1 seconds to, do something. And, that's that clutch gene that, some of them have, some of them don't. And they had an opportunity to at least get down the court and like, get within like a good range for a 3.
Yes. And I might have to change it from what the helly to what the Holly. Holly Bird, like, it's just something about those moments. Like, he want all the smoke.
Mm-hmm.
He want all the smoke.
Mm-hmm.
So just moving on, the Knicks and the Celtics. Who you have tonight?
I got the Celtics tonight.
Why the Celtics?
Like you said the other day, they haven't had any real competition until New York right now, and now they have to take them seriously. They have to take them seriously, and I feel like if they respect their game, this is going to like turn the tide. So I got Boston.
I got Boston as well. I don't see them going cold in the fourth quarter anymore.
Mm.
I don't even see it even being a game. I feel like they're gonna put their foots on their throats and just don't let up. That Denver and Thunder series. So who you have between those two?
That's tough. That's tough. Denver is right now like in the most unique situation, like comparatively to anybody else in like these playoffs, because it could go either way.
Yeah.
Denver can beat the Thunder. I think it's going to be a long series, but I got the Thunder tonight, and actually I got the Thunder winning convincingly.
Yeah, like I feel like Denver is in the same boat as the Warriors, right? Where they typically aren't where they're placed at in the seeding, and it's like they're in a position that no one expects anything from them, but they expect everything from them.
Right.
Right? They're a better team than what's advertised. Like the Warriors against Minnesota, the Warriors are the underdogs. Right? The Denver in this series are the underdogs. So you have two championship teams that are underdogs against two teams that haven't accomplished anything.
Yeah.
So you're playing with house money to me at this point.
Yeah. And I mean the fact that Denver was even able to like sneak one in OKC, that I don't see that happening again tonight. But I just feel like the series is going to probably go another 6 or 7.
Yeah, and you see the Thunders, you cracked showed his ugly head, where they weren't able to finish that game because you don't have the experience. You haven't been in that situation before,
right?
And Denver just kept his poise and kept chipping away and kept chipping away. I say. I don't see Shea getting those calls, which usually plays a big hand in his production, and it helps the team out because it allows them to slow down, get restructured. You constantly playing against a set defense if you're the opposing team. But with Denver, they're not fouling him, and they're not allowing him to like foul bait.
Right.
So I don't know. My heart says Thunder. But it just, I don't know, weird feeling that I have says that Denver is going to somehow...
It's a unique situation.
Yeah, so it's like it can go either way. But I feel like Denver is going to make this game a half-court game. And I take Denver. I'm sorry. I take Denver.
Okay.
I take Denver out. Tomorrow we might be talking about something else.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I get Denver. So... The most important player in the Knicks series, who you got?
I know we've been getting on, but it's Cat.
Yeah.
Like I need Carl to come back. I don't need Katrina. I don't need Carla. I need Carl to come back. Like I don't want to hear like no growl. I need to hear some roaring. Like he needs to show up, and he needs to be dominant. I mean, he can stretch the floor. It's a lot more that he can do compared to Brunson, in my opinion. And he's going to be the guy that can probably get them past Boston. I don't see it happening. But if he's playing good basketball, he could at least make this series interesting.
For me, it's Tatum. Even though we know he got game, we know he be balling out. But you have to stop the talks.
Yeah.
You have to stop the talk. So you didn't play in the Olympics because defensively they feel like you were a liability. They couldn't find minutes for you. Right? So now it's time to give them a reason. Give them a reason to say this is why I should have been playing. Yeah, you won the finals, but guess who was the MVP?
Right.
Jaylen Brown.
You won the championship, and everybody made fun of you for like the next 6 weeks.
Yes. It felt like it was Jaylen Brown's team. Right? So this series, you have to show them I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business. Like, so I feel like Tatum is the one that has to take that leap. He has the one that control everything that's going out there. You have to look like the best player on the court because right now it looked like Brunson's the best player out there.
Yeah.
So looking at the Denver game and the Thunder game, who's your NBA MVP?
Jokic.
Jokic.
Jokic should really be looking at 5 MVPs right now, but voter fatigue.
Yeah.
But it's Jokic.
Yeah, I'm taking Jokic because, yeah, Shea got the numbers, but so does Jokic. He averaged a triple-double.
Right. He leads. He's at least in the top 3 in the 3 most important categories.
Yes. And then if I'm looking at the player that did most with less, most with less, is Jokic.
Yeah, and when we look at MVP, it has to start with the team. You know, if Jokic is not a part of the Nuggets, that's a sub 500 team.
Even looking at last series with the Thunder, they didn't even need Shea. Heck, they pulled away in most of those games when Shea was on the bench. Like, even if you look at the Denver game, they made that run when Shea was sitting down. Like, you have talent all across the board. You have backup for your backups and backups for them backups.
Yeah, and they're a defensively sound team.
Yeah. So my MVP is also Jokic as well. With watching the NBA is weird. Anthony Edwards, he's on a mission.
Yeah.
He's a giant slayer right now. And he feel like his mission is to single-handedly knock out all the legends in the game, in the playoffs.
He took KD out last year, took LeBron out this year.
Now he's trying to take out Steph. And nobody want to talk about Steph. What you call him? Final boss of his generation. No Hefe. And nobody's talking about it, right? So now if LeBron would have beaten the Timberwolves and got to the second round, that's all we hear about on ESPN. When Steph does it, it's, oh, Buddy Hield had to carry him. Jimmy Butler had to do this because Draymond this and because of this player and because Steve Kerr. It's never because of Steph Curry.
Right.
Like, we don't even hear about it. You don't even hear about it on ESPN. Nothing. Nothing. But if LeBron do it, it's breaking news. And then now it's all these imaginary stats. LeBron tied his shoes the quickest at the age of 40, quicker than any basketball player ever. All these just made up stats about 40 years old being able to do whatever. Just regular stuff. So nobody gives Steph credit for hanging in there and doing the things that he's doing.
Right, and doing it sometimes with less, often with less. And the fact that he's never left Golden State, the fact that he survived the storm like after Kevin Durant left, the fact that he got another ring after LeBron got a ring. What should have solidified LeBron as the best of his generation.
And I don't mean to cut you off with that, but let's just talk about LeBron wouldn't even have one of those rings. He wouldn't even be if they didn't do what they did with Draymond. That was Steph Curry ring. But that's a different conversation for a different day.
Right. But yeah, like Anthony Edwards, it seems like he's trying to like go through like the previous generation, but the reality is Curry is still playing important and very good basketball. Minus this injury, it still goes through him regardless of like if he's in the playoffs, if he makes it into like the next round, it still goes through him.
And isn't it weird that all these elite players, young players, that's in the NBA, that's in the playoffs, or that just lost in the playoffs, went through Curry camps? The Jalen Greens, the Thompson twins, even Anthony Edwards was in Steph Curry's camp. It's weird. You don't hear about the players in LeBron camp.
No.
Different story, different time. And not just that, if we talk about the elite players, the Devin Bookers, Chris Pauls, Kevin Durant's, Giannis, Drew Holidays, LeBron, Kyrie, Luka. Steph Curry is the only player that have winning records. We could even throw James Harden in there, Kawhi Leonard. Steph Curry has winning records against all the superstars. all of the superstars. All of them. But nobody's talking about that. He's accomplished the most with the less amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the conversation is he has to win another championship just for him to be in a conversation. It's crazy. Like, what more does this man have to do?
Right. If he wins another championship, he's top 3 all time.
Yes. So, people, fans,
Mm-hmm.
we love Steph Curry.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the media doesn't.
The media turned on him. When he started to win, they turned on him.
Yes, because when Jordan was playing, we knew Jordan was the most dominant player.
Mm-hmm.
Most dominant player. When Kobe played, most dominant player. When Kareem played, most dominant player.
Mm-hmm.
When Shaq, most dominant player. In LeBron's era, everybody took turns.
Mm-hmm.
So how is this more LeBron's era and not Steph Curry's era?
Right.
Steph Curry dominated the most,
Mm-hmm.
right? When you ball up a piece of paper, and you throw it in the trash can, what do you say? Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
When you hit a fadeaway, what you say? MJ. When you come down the court and you dribble and you hit a 3, what do? Steph Curry.
Or even you listen to rap music, Curry with the shot.
Right? And you see people doing that. Steph Curry. Oh, the people going to the park, they talking about, oh man, Steph Curry, I want to be like Steph, I want to shoot from 3. I've never seen nobody come down the court and say, LeBron James.
Right.
We just go leave that for there.
Mm-hmm.
So when do you just let us know in the comments? First of all, we're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
So don't forget to like this video and subscribe.
Comment.
Comment.
Please comment. Also, like, it's very important. Like, we love to engage with everybody, so definitely comment.
Like, I love my subscribers, but I don't want to keep chatting with the same subscriber every single day.
Facts.
Like, I feel like at this time we need to go out for dinner or something. Like, I'm talking to the same person every
Right,
single
the talking
day.
stage, y'all passed it.
Exactly. we passed the talking phase, right? We passed that honeymoon phase, that little awkward phase where it's like, no, you ain't good. No, you ain't good.
Right.
No, you ain't good. Like, we need more people to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
Engage with us. We're
Right.
looking for that.
Mm-hmm.
We want the smoke,
Right.
right? So I know that Daryl has been teasing y'all
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
about his new show, his new segment,
Mm-hmm.
the Hookah Lounge, right? Make sure you guys continue to stay in because the first episode will be dropping Monday,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I just have a question for him, and this is throwing him off guard too.
Mm-hmm.
This not even prepared, but I've been wondering this myself because I'm so used to. And family friendly and all the good movies and everything. What do you think about John Cena turning heel?
It's too little too late, to be honest with you. The man is like 50 years old. He's pasty white. His elbows are sagging. He got a jowl now, ball spot. It's just, it's over. This would have been great 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah, 'cause now it ain't no more you can't see me. It's like, you too old. You probably can't even see you.
Right. Like a 2040, that's like his vision is not there. Like it's too little too late. Like even with him like winning his 17th championship a few weeks ago, she's like, come on guy, like you still wearing jorts with the Echo logo on the back.
And them jean shorts. Nobody wear those no more.
You wearing jean shorts with the Echo Rhino? I didn't even know they made those. What he went to what? TJ Maxx or Marshall? Like to get he might as well be wearing Paco jeans. I don't know who's dressing him, but obviously this is a man who is past his prime. But that's probably why he had to turn heel because like he had to support Paco somehow.
Yes.
But
last question.
Mm-hmm.
Top 5 favorite wrestlers of all time.
Top 5. I gotta go with Kurt Angle.
Okay.
I gotta go with Seth Rollins.
Okay.
Kevin Owens.
Okay.
Stone Cold. I got to take it back to Stone Cold.
Okay.
And I got to put in like a little guy right now, Eddie Guerrero.
Okay. So if I had to pick a top 5,
Mm-hmm.
Ultimate Warrior.
Mm.
I know his career was short,
Uh-huh.
but when he started, something different about him.
Okay.
Ultimate Warrior, I have to go with Stone Cold,
Mm-hmm.
and I have to put The Rock in there because I feel like just entertainment value.
That's another topic because, like, The Rock is selling y'all shampoo when he has no hair.
But just the entertainment value. Right?
That is entertaining.
Well-
He's selling people shampoo and he has no hair.
Yeah, just because I feel like that bad attitude era with Stone Cold,
Mm-hmm.
and then the entertainment part of wrestling
Yeah.
is where I feel like The Rock kept people engaged.
Oh, yeah.
Like, do you smell like that? That alone was itself because he made you want to watch wrestling because you was trying to figure out what he's about to say. I can't forget the legend, Undertaker.
Mm.
So that had to be my 4th, and my 5th is probably a sleeper. Bret Hart. Something about that sharpshooter.
Oh, man.
Just something about that sharpshooter. So that's my top 5.
That's a list.
Oh,
That's
yes.
a list.
So if you guys want to hear more of content about the WWE, about everything that's going on in life, while having a good time, tune in to the Hookah Lounge.
This has been 414. I got 2 words for you.
So good, keep full of vibe